Get ready for a mind-bending thrill ride unlike any other. Our YouTube video takes you on an adrenaline-pumping journey to Mars, where a team's discovery of a mysterious creature will keep you on the edge of your seat. Expect heart-stopping moments, breathtaking visuals, and a gripping narrative that will leave you craving more. Buckle up for an unforgettable adventure that pushes the boundaries of exploration. So sit down where you are and grab some popcorn because today's movie explanation is going to be awesome. The story begins when Wei Fang reports to the control room that there is life for human beings on Mars. Although they still have to collect some signs, the hybridization of chameleon and lizard gives a fact that there is survival for them. Suddenly, asteroids attack the whole system and they have nothing to do but survive. The wind is blowing hard and all they have to do is to reach the spaceship. The moment has become significantly worse as Fang is struggling to reach the spaceship. Luckily, Fang appears and he has to hold the hand of a captain to escape. They are left with only a few seconds. Fang joins the captain and the spaceship gets a warning of low battery. There is a chaotic moment all around. The condition becomes bad to worse when all of them see a massive monster. The spaceship just finds a narrow escape as the monster is going to swallow it. They manage to save it, but the spaceship loses its control and bumps into a piece of rock. There is a storm all around. Afterward, some Chinese astronauts were elected for the mission of Europa. Their spacecraft has to pass through Mars. At the same time, Commander Liu receives some words from Frank, who is a commander of the Mars project, that their scientists are badly trapped. Please sacrifice your Europa mission for the sake of saving lives on Mars. Liu thinks it first and orders that their team is going to save the scientists. Feng Tong, one of the astronauts' fathers, along with 4 other Chinese are also stuck on Mars. They have decided to save them for the sake of humanity. It takes them 8 years for the project of Europa, but they are leaving it for goodness. The leader among the astronauts assigns everyone responsibility for the mission to Mars. Finally, they are setting out on a mission. One of them stays in the spaceship to give instructions, while the other 4 take charge of the mission. As soon as they receive the green signal from Liu, they depart for a mission. It does not take them too long when they meet with a monster thing again. The same monster that became the reason for the destruction of the scientists' escape tank. The monster opens its mouth to crush it, but it fails. The frequency gets low, and all the missionary astronauts are in terrible condition now. Then the signals are interrupted, and the astronauts lose contact with the instructor. The monster is chasing them again, and it's a great fortune that they get rid of the monster again. Resultantly, they fall onto the planet Mars. They start looking for an escape tank. The 4 astronauts are divided into 2, making a team of 2 each for better execution. The team's captain orders Zhang Tu and Feng Tong to escape tank if they find so. After confirmation, Feng Tong shares the location with Lai Kong, where the escape tank is found. All they have to do is to enter the tank. Now they find many scientists unconscious. One of the scientists comes to consciousness and screams a bit with scare. Feng Tong confirms that they are from the Wanhu Chinese spaceship and have come to rescue you. He also asks about Fang. Among the scientists, there is Anna, who remains unconscious. One of the lady astronauts starts treating her to bring Anna to normal. Feng Tong asks Richard if he can recognize what that monstrous thing is. He answers that he is unaware as he had fallen unconscious during the incident. They are in the middle of the conversation when the doors open automatically. Feng Tong and Richard get jitter and take out their weapons. Feng Tong is going to attack, but he finds Xiang on the other side of the door. Lai Zhang describes, "I do not mean to scare you, as I wanted to give you people a surprise." In the meantime, shaking can survive. Anna, Li Zhang asks Feng Tong about Feng Wei. He is not able to answer as he does not find him properly. The captain orders both of them to search for Professor Feng Wei. Feng Tong and Li Xiang start finding Professor Feng. Professor is the father of Feng Tong, who was trapped on Mars. As soon as they get near to plant capsule, they sense some movement. Li Xiang convinces Feng Tong to enter and look at what is inside. After entering, they sense some weird feeble noise. They think that it can be the same unnoticed monster. It turns out to be right. When the monster throttles Xiang with its tongue, Feng Tong saves him with great difficulty. Afterward, they both start running separately to find the professor. The monster appears again, and this time Feng Tong becomes the victim of it. The monster picks Feng from his legs, trying to pull him towards himself. Feng tries hard to get away from the monster. During all this fuss, Li Yang successfully finds Professor Feng. He finds himself in an unconscious state. Li Xiang informs Feng Tong that he has found his father. Feng Tong musters up the courage and releases himself from the monster. Henceforth, Feng Tong reaches out to Xiang and his father. The captain receives a call from Xiang that we have found a professor. But we are in danger as the same monster is trying to kill us. The captain gets ready to reach the plant capsule. Both Lek Xiang and Feng Tong hold the professor and try to run away from the capsule, making sure that the monster does not chase them. They start walking and find a monster on the other side who is looking for them. Li Xiang throws something on the other side, ensuring the monster loses its focus. They start moving briskly, but the monster approaches them. Feng Tong pushes both Li Xiang and the professor so that they may secure a distance from the monster. The monster is going to attack Feng Tong, but the captain appears and makes the monster unconscious with his weapon. They have to move to Shiking now. Afterward, Shiking makes Anna conscious of her efforts. It's time to bring the professor into a normal state. As soon as the professor gathers the sense, he surprisingly sees his son Feng Tong there. Feng Tong is out of words at this moment, and Richard asks question. If you could still remember what that monstrous creature was. The professor starts sharing a story that how he had found Anna and Thomas injured. I had suffered from a head injury too. To save myself, I just reached a plant capsule and kept myself on the safer side. Suddenly, they all notice that Richard has disappeared. The injections and medicines for the treatment are lost too. Surprisingly, it is Richard who takes the medicine and injection away and reaches for the monster. He learns that it is the same creature that he experimented with in the laboratory once. Meanwhile, the professor, along with the teen, reaches for Richard and they are astonished at what Richard is doing with that creature. Richard explains that I have just injected the monster to make it alive. He adds that it is the same creature that I experimented with once, just to know whether there is life on Mars or not. Since his experiment resulted in success, he wants to show the world that it is because of him. People would get to know that there is life on Mars for the people of Earth. The team gets furious as they realize that Richard has broken the rule. During all this debate, the monster gets senses and swallows Richard at once to death. The team tries to get out of sight, but the monster grabs Feng Tong with his tongue. The monster tries to pull Feng Tong towards itself, whereas the rest of the team makes a hard attempt to save Feng Tong. Shiking appears on the spot and makes the monster lifeless with her weapon on the other side. Commander Liu is informed by his team that they are not able to find that unnoticed monster as they could not investigate much about it due to the inconvenience of resources. Liu connects to the instructor to learn about the situation, but she has nothing to share due to the connection failure with the Wan Yu spacecraft. Liu is told that the asteroids can attack Mars. As they are just several meters away, they need to inform the rescue to make it hurry to leave that place. The teen reaches out to Anna. They start plotting how to get rid of that monster. If they fail, it will be detrimental to Earth and Mars. They finally come up with the idea to make a bomb to kill that monster. At the same time, they connect with the instructor Chen Shan, who has already sent them news about the explosion of Mars from the asteroids. They have to execute quickly. The captain orders Feng Tong to accompany him to bring sugar for making a bomb. They have to go to the other room, which means that they have to distract the monster from their way. The control room connects to the Chen Shan and asks the team if they know asteroids are going to invade. She answers, they know it already as I have received information from them on the other side. The captain is firing at the monster in such a way that Feng Tong goes to the other room bringing sugar. While the rest of the team moves to base, Feng Tong starts searching for the sugar desperately, whereas the captain makes multiple attempts to distract the attention of the monster with his weapon. The monster begins to play hide and seek with the captain as it can disappear and appear in no time. This provides a great deal of disturbance to the captain. Feng Tong gets the sugar and tries to run away, yet gets caught by the monster. The monster is trying hard to kill Feng. The captain gathers some senses and sees the condition of Feng Tong. Feng Tong is in a horrible state. The captain blindly starts firing at the monster to keep the monster apart for some moments. By doing so, he can pick Feng Tong and get him out of the room. However, the captain keeps himself locked in the same room. Following this, Feng Tong is astounded by the captain's act. Captain then depicts that you should run away, and I am going to sacrifice myself for the people of Earth. The countdown box of the bomb is unfixed, and I have to explode it manually. If I do not do it, there will be a massive massacre both for Earth and Mars. He adds that Feng, do take great care of yourself and the rest of the teammates. Once you leave this place, don't give up on the mission of Europa. Feng Tong begins crying bitterly as he does not feel like leaving the captain. The captain forces him to join the base and save a team to show responsibility. Sad and tired, Feng Tong gets out of the capsule. The rest of the teammates hold him, and right after that, the bomb explodes and the captain turns into ashes. Afterward, Feng Tong and the teammates are moving toward the spacecraft through the Mars rover. They have to stop in the middle to arrange more fuel. Feng Tong starts holding an emotional conversation with his father, Professor Feng. He complains about how his father left him and his mother for a Mars mission. The professor replies that he did it with the intent to make his generation and country proud. When you further grow, you will realize how your company and your kids will be proud of you. Unfortunately, I might not have been there with you to celebrate the moments eventually. The team got in contact with the instructor Chen Shan. Chen Shan gets rejoiced with all this happening. She informed the team it is better to do everything quickly as the asteroids can destroy Mars within a few minutes. The team makes a plan about how to get things done without receiving any harm. The professor tells them that I have to go back to the Mars rover to bring the research data, as it is very important for the people of Earth. However, Sheng finds the research data and reveals this is the one Professor Fang, but why does he leave us? Fang Tong receives a connection from his father. His father is emotionally explaining everything that I am doing this for your safety. I am heading to the escape tank to kill the monster on my own. One has to sacrifice his life for the sake of others. I know I do not turn out to be a good father, but I wish to be your father once again. Feng starts screaming, crying bitterly, and tries to go out to join his father. The rest of the teammates get sad and explain that we are running short of time. Shiking emotionally explains that both the captain and professor did it for us. You are the captain now, Feng Tong, and you have to lead us. As a result, Professor Fang announces that this is going to be my last mission. Right after that, he goes straight into the monster and explodes himself. The Wuhan spacecraft, now heading to the lander. Once it is attached to the lander, they eventually meet the instructor Chen Shan. Tears of joy start flowing from the eyes of Chen Shan when she sees Captain Badge on the shoulder of Feng Tong. The astronaut team connects to a control room. Chen Shan reports to Commander Liu that we have completed the mission to Mars. We save Anna and lose many, including Captain and Professor. Commander congratulates them and the whole control room gets up and salutes them. The astronauts team salutes in return. Feng Tong proudly looks left to the space, and the movie ends here.